Okay, so in this video we're going to watch this presentation about power functions and radical equations. So we are going to define a power function as fx equal to x to the power of n. Okay, and we're going to say that n can be any real number. Okay. Before to do the power equation, what I am going to do here is talk about the properties. Okay, something that maybe you remember or maybe you don't remember. Okay, so we're going to talk about the properties. Very good. So the properties here, and we're going to divide the page here in two different sections. The first section here is going to be about algebra, and in the second session I'm going to do a numerical sample. So let's start with property number one. Okay, in the property number one, so we have b to the power of m divided n. So, and this is b, I can do distribution here of m to the power of 1 divided n, or b to the power of 1 divided n, and this one is going to be to the power of m. So in a sample that we're going to see here, so this is 4 to the power of 3 halves. So this is going to be 4, apply the first distribution here to the power of 3, and everything here to the power of 1 half. Exactly the same here, 4 to the 1 half, and this one is to the power of 3. In this situation is 4, 1 half, square root of 4 is going to be positive and negative 2, and to the power of 3 is going to give me positive and negative 8. As you can see here, this is the result and the property of this power representation. Number 2, so we have b to the power of m divided n. I can use a radical expression now. Radical here is going to be b to the m, and this is to the power of n. And I can do parentheses, the square root of b to the n, and here to the power of m. As a numerical sample, so we have 8 to the power of 2/3 here. So this is going to be a cubic root of 8 to the power of 2. And using the parentheses, the same that I am doing in algebra here, so this is cubic of 8 and everything to the power of 2. So the number here, a cubic root of 8, is going to be 2. So 2 to the power of 2 is going to be 4. And 4 is going to be the final result. Very good. Property number 3. It's a very common property where I have b to the power of m and everything here to the n power. So the final expression is going to be b to the power of m times n. Okay, so if I do this one with numbers, now I have 2 to the power of 3 halves, and this one is 4. So I'm multiplying 4 times 3 is 12. 12 divided by 2 is 6. So final here is going to be 2 to the 6 is going to be 64. And this is the result. Remember, I am doing a review here of the properties that then we are going to apply to solve the power functions. B to the power of negative m is going to be here 1 divided b to the power of m. So when it's a negative exponent, so I need to do 1 divided b, and now it's going to be positive. Okay, the sample for that is 4 to the negative 1/2, and this is going to be 1 divided the square root of 4, and this one exactly the same is going to be positive and negative 1/2. So this is going to be the final result. So property number 5 here. So in property number 5 we have b to the power of m times b to the power of n. So if I do the base is b. So what I need to do is adding together m plus n. So in this situation, sample here is going to be 3 to the power of 5/2 times 3 to the power of 3/2. So this one is going to be 3. So 5, 6, 7, 8, 8/2 is going to give me 4. And final result, 3 to the power of 4 is going to give me 81. Very good. So number 6 now, property number 6 is going to be b to the power of m divided b to the power of n. In this situation, because this is division, what I am going to do is subtraction, m minus n. So doing this one with numerical sample here, so we will have 5 to the power of 5/4 divided 5 to the 3/4. If I do 5/4 minus 3/4, so we will have here 5 to 2/4, which is going to give me 5/1/2, and this one is going to give me the final result. And the last property here will be any base to the 0 power. This is going to give me only 1. So for any expression here, so any number, if I have 5 to the 3rd times 2 to the 4 times 8 to the 7, and all of this is going to be to the 0 power, so it's only 1. So those are the properties that we are going to find here solving the problems for power functions and radical equations. So next, what I am going to do here is solving some problems or some representation here. Solve the following. So my recommendation is later you can go and recheck the properties, because problem number 1, so we have 4 to the power of 1/3 divided by 4 to the 5/6. In this situation, you know, I have to do subtraction 1/3 minus 5/6 here, which will be 4 to the negative 1/2. So if I apply the property, so this is a negative exponent, so I am going to send 1 divided 4 to the 1/2. Remember, this is negative, but this one is going to be positive. And final value for this one is going to be positive and negative 1/2. Okay? So this is a sample that we are going to apply the properties, numerical samples, okay? And then we will introduce later the algebra ones. Number 2, I have the 27 to the power of negative 2/3 times 27 to the power of 1/3. So in this situation, this is addition, so I have negative 2/3 plus 1/3 here, okay? So same denominator, well, this is negative 2 minus plus 1, is going to give me negative 1/3, okay? So the base is going to be the same, 27, but this one is going to give me negative 1/3. Very good. So next, this is again the negative exponent. So I'm going to go 1 divided 27, and this is a cubic root. Okay, so solving that is going to give me 1/3 as the final result. Number 3. So in number 3 we have negative 125 to the power of negative 4 divided 3. So here we will have, first I need to solve the negative exponent here, doing the reciprocal here, negative 125 to the power of 4/3. Remember, this is going to be positive. And then what I am going to do here is going to be 1 divided, parentheses, I will to use parentheses here, cubic. So this is cubic of negative 125, and all of this to the power of 4. Okay, so negative 125 cubic root is going to give me negative 5 as a result to the power of 4, and this one is 1. If I solve this one, so the final result is going to be 625, 1 divided 625. So next problem here will be number 4. So I have a radical over y, this is cubic root, times another radical over y, and this is 4, and a big radical covering everything. Okay, so my recommendation always will be transforming radicals into fractions. Okay, so this is my recommendation: transform radicals into fractions, and you will see how easy it is to solve the problem here. So I am going to transform 1, this is 1 divided 3, so 1 divided 3 times y, this is 1 divided 4, and everything to the power of 1/2, right? So then we continue here. So I need to add together 1/3 plus 1/4, it will be y to the power of 7/12. You can do the math, 1/3 plus 1/4, and actually this is 1/2, and multiplying this one will be 7/24, and the final value, the expression here will be 7 divided 24. Okay, and one simple problem that we can solve here, a power equation that we can have is when if I have x value to the power of 5/2 minus 7, so equal to the number 23. So I need to find the value of x, so I will do plus 7 plus 7. So then this part is going to be 30. So what I am going to do here is doing x to the 5/2, I'm going to power both sides to the inverse, this one, 2/5 and 2/5 here. So doing that, this is going to be cancelled, and then x here I will have this one, which is going to be the quintic root of 30 to the power of 2, 30 to the power of 2. So this is going to be 3900 to the power of 1/5, which if you do this one with a calculator, so we will have approximate equal to 3.89. So this is the value for x.